स्वादयन्निह सर्वेषाम् त्रय्यन्तार्थम् सुदुर्ग्रहम् स्तोत्रयामास योगीन्द्रः तम् वन्दे यामुनाह्वयम् नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः यत्पदाम्भोरुहध्यान विध्वस्ताशेषकल्मषः वस्तुतामुपयातोऽहम् यामुनेयम् नमामि तम् स्वधर्मज्ञानवैराग्य साध्यभक्त्येकगोचरः नारायणः परम् ब्रह्म गीताशास्त्रे समीरितः श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्ताम् सदा हृदि
प्रधान पुरुष व्यक्त सर्वेश्वर विवेचनम कर्मधिर भक्तिर इत्यादि पूर्वशेषोन्ति मोदिता पूर्वशेषोन्ति मोदिता.
You can also separate Purva, Shesha, Antima, Udita.
Purva, Shesha, Antima, Udita.
Nice. Go to it. Atra Trika Bheda Vivakshacha Shodasha Arambhe Darshita Atitena Adhyaya Trayena Prakriti Purushayoho Vibhaktayoho, this is not Vibhaktayoho, Vibhaktyoho Santushtayoscha Samsrishtayoscha Yathatmyam Tat Samsarga Viyogayoscha Guna, again Murdhanya Guna Sanga yes.
I'm sorry. Is there something wrong with Guna Sangha?
Yeah.
Murdanya.
Murdanya.
Yeah.
Murdanya Guna.
Okay.
Cerebral.
I know. Let me find it. Oops. Guna.
Once you edit, will it stand further or?
No, when I edit it, I'm saving it. I save it as edited.
That's right, because I want to make sure that otherwise, again, you have to confront such mistakes.
Guna.
Yeah. Guna Sangha, Tad Viparyaya Hetukatvam, Sarva Prakarena, Avasthitayoho, Prakriti Purushayoho, Bhagavad Vibhutitvam, Vibhuti Mataha, Bhagavataha, Vibhuti Bhuta, Bhutat, Achidvastu, Achidvastunaha, Chidvastunaha cha, Baddha Mukta Ubhaya Rupat, Avyayatva, Vyapana, Bharana, Swami, Swamyaihi, okay, Swamyaihi, Arthantarataya, Purushottamatvena cha, Yathatmyancha Varnitam, Gita Bhashyam, the Adhyayaha 16th, iti, Tatatra, Tratiya Shakke, Tattva Vishodhana Param, Prathamatrikam, Anusthana Shodhana Param, Dvitiyam, iti, Prayikataya Ayam Vibhagaha Grashyaha. So how to understand the essence of the last 6 chapters through this 4th verse. So atra, that means in the 4th verse. So the intention to convey a meaning is this. Trika Bheda Vivaksha. Meaning, so starting from the 13th chapter to 18, in the 16th chapter there is a mention. Shodasha Arambe Darshita. Shodasha Arambe. Shodasha is 16. Arambe in the beginning. Darshita it is shown. What is shown? Trika Bheda Vivaksha. Trika Bheda is can be generally mean there are three groups of 6 chapters each, 3 shatka. Here it is between among the Chit, Achit and Ishvara. So what is the difference among Chit sentient, Achit insentient, and Ishvara the Lord? So Trika Bheda Vivaksha. Vivaksha is there is an intention, desire to explain the difference among the 3, Trika Bheda Vivaksha. So it is also said here, because till 31, we also understood the 4th verse in different ways. And then that this includes, the 4th verse includes the intention of the Lord in making us understand in the 16th chapter the difference between the 3, Chit, Achit and Ishvara. Atitena Adhyayatrayena. So when 13th, 14th and 15th are already read or studied, so Atitena by the past 3 Adhyayatrayena. Now what is given in these 3, 13th, 14th and 15th? Prakriti Purushayoho. So there is a difference between these 2. So Prakriti and Purusha. Prakriti is primordial matter. Purusha the Lord. So then Vibhaktyoho. So the difference between these 2. Then Samsrishtayoho. While it has been formed or created. Yathatmyam, the true form. Tat samsarga viyogayoscha. So what will be the association between the 2 and what will be the separation between the 2? Tat samsarga is association, viyoga is separation. So tat samsarga viyogayoscha guna sanga tat viparyaya hetukatvam. So they will be associated with the qualities, characteristics, the guna sanga, a contact with the qualities. Tad viparyaya hetukatvam. So if one calls Brahma as Nirguna Brahma, then what will be the consequence of calling it Nirguna Brahma? Therefore, Tad Viparyaya Hetukatvam, the reason for, the cause for, the opposite way of describing the Lord, instead of Guna Sangha, you can be saying Guna Asanga. He is not associated with the qualities. Then Sarva Prakarena, in all strategies, in all the methods, Avasthitayoho Prakriti Purushayoho, in the status of these 2, Prakriti and Purusha, Bhagavat Vibhutitvam. So the most important point to be understood here is Bhagavat Vibhutitvam. Now, in Hayagriva Stotram of Sri Vedanta Deshika, he uses the word bhuti, and it is in the first few verses. Apaurusheyayrapi vak prapanchaihi adyapite bhutim adrishta param suvannaham mugdha iti tvayaiva karunyato natha katakshaniyaha. Swami Vedanta Deshika prays to the Lord. He calls himself Mugdhaha, an innocent person, young person. You can also add a handsome person with regard to a man, and a beautiful with regard to a lady. A beautiful young lady is seeking protection from the Lord, seeking the blessings of the Lord. So he says aham. So what am I doing? Stuvannaham. I am praising the Lord. I am adoring the Lord. So I don't stop praising Him. I continue to do that all along. So Stuvannaham. Then the Lord should consider me as mugdha, as innocent. Innocent in the sense, I am not able to describe completely the swarupam, the original form of the Lord. Rather, you can say with this expression here, yathatmyam, yathatmya rupam. And again, what is the connection between samsarga and viyoga? Or that is the connection and the union and separation between Prakriti and Purusha. All these are all not describable even by the scriptures which came from the exhaling air from the nostrils of the Lord. So here, so apaurushayirapi vak prapanchaihi. The whole world is full of words. We are going to see the point. Shabda gunakam akasham. The tanmatra of the sky will be sound. The whole ether, whole space is filled with sounds. What kind of sounds? Of course, different kinds of sounds. But normally it should be filled up with good sounds. The good sounds come from scriptures. The scriptures, whenever we recite scriptures, all the sound that we make will go to the space, ether, and then the ether gets filled up. Because it is the akasha, the sky is very expansive, very broad, that it can accommodate any type of noise or sound. So when the noise is there, the sound is there in the sky, it can be again brought into the minds of the sages, because they are all called seers, S-E-E-R-S. They are called drashtaraha, mantra drashtaraha. They can see the mantra by the sound. So here, that means they can realize. With this, apaurushayiripi vak prapanchaihi adhyapi, even today, they, your bhutim. So bhutim generally meaning prosperity or property, or you can say mahima, the greatness. Bhuti is the greatness. Again, all the scriptures, even though there are infinite number of scriptures, ananta vai vedaha we say. The Vedavakam says ananta vai vedaha. Scriptures are endless. They cannot be counted. How many sentences are there? We cannot count the number of sentences. Even then, all those words will not be enough to describe completely the swarupam of the Lord, the original form of the Lord. Therefore, that is mentioned here as Bhagavat Vibhutitvam. Bhutim Adrushtaparam. The scriptures have not seen so far the complete picture of the greatness of the Lord. And therefore, Adrushtaparam, Mugdha iti tvayeva, Suvannaham Mugdha iti tvayeva, Karunyato nata Katakshaniyaha. So I must be blessed by the oblique look, by the corner vision of your eyes, divine eyes, by your sympathy. That is a prayer by Swami Vedanta Desika in Hayagriva Stotra. It is very significant stotra because it is all the books carry it as the first one out of the 28, or rather 29, and the last one being added with as King Grihesha Stuti, a stotra connected with the Lord with the name Vaidya Veera Raghavaha, Dr. Veera Raghava, MBBS or MD, with in Tiruvallur, a place near Chennai. So here, with among the 29 stotras, Hayagriva Stotra gets the first status. So it is number one. So the speciality of this Hayagriva Stotra is also that Swami Vedanta Desika received, just now we have been saying, Mantra Upadesha from his uncle, called in Tamil Appullar, Vadi Hamsa Vahacharya, he called. Vadi Hamsambu Vaha. Vadi Hamsambu Vaha is the name of his uncle. And from the uncle, he received, the nephew received the mantra upadesha, namely Garuda mantra. And from Garuda, directly, he got the Hayagriva mantra. There are two mantra upadeshas for Swami Vedanta Deshika. So that brings him to compose Hayagriva Stotram. By Hayagriva Stotram, we also expect ourselves as well as our family people to gain a lot of knowledge. So, Bhagavat Vibhutitvam. So now, again, this chapter, the fourth verse, Bhagavat Vibhutitvam. Then Vibhuti Mataha Bhagavataha, since Lord is of high greatness, he is full of greatness, Vibhuti Mataha. Bhagavataha Vibhuti Bhutat, the result of his greatness. What is the meaning of his greatness? What is the purpose of his greatness? So Vibhuti Bhutat, from the Lord who is full of greatness, Achit Vastunaha, Chid Vastunaha cha, of the objects of sentient nature and insentient nature. Then Baddha Mukta Ubhaya Rupat. Then there are two forms, namely the released souls and the fettered souls. Fettere, the bound souls. We are all bound souls. Then there are what we call them Nitya Suris in the Vaikuntha. So Mukta is the released soul. The soul which has further no cycle of birth and death to undergo. So Baddha Mukta Ubhaya Rupat. Ubhaya means two, both. So Baddha Mukta Ubhaya Rupat. So from the forms of Baddha and Mukta, among the sentient, and then Avyayatva, there is immutability, unchangeability, so there is no change in this concept. Then Vyapana, the Vyapana is what you call the spreading. You can also say Vyapana is the creation. Then Bharana, sustenance. Then Swamyehi. Now, how does the Lord do this, all these things? Creation, sustenance, and dissolution. It is because he is Swami, master. Swamyehi, he has the quality of the leadership, and therefore Swamyehi. Then Arthantarataya, with another meaning here, Purushottamatvena cha Yathatmyancha. So separately you search for the Lord's greatness, and he is the best primordial man, and his true form, Yathatmyancha Varnitam. In all these are all mentioned in the 16th chapter beginning. That is the expression given in Gita Bhashyam, Ramanujacharya's Gita Bhashyam, in the Adhyaya 16, in the chapter 16. It is thus. Tatra atra, therefore, atra here, Tritiya Shatke, in the third six, or rather final six, rather Bhakti Yoga 6, or you can say 13th to 18th, Tattva Vishodhana Param Prathamatrikam. Prathamatrikam starts the discussion on or analysis on Tattva Vishodhana Param. Tattvam again, we saw the principle, the highest principle is Tattvam. And again, there are three Tattvas, what we call the Tattva, Hita, Purushartha. So what is congenial to the creation, and then what are the purposes of the human life? All these three constitute, we can say, Tattva. So Tattva Vishodhana Param. An analysis is done in the first six, Prathamatrika. Then Anusthana Shodhana Param Dvitiyam. That analysis is brought into what you call translated into action in the second six, Anusthana Shodhana Param. The analysis of the practice, Anushthanam is practice. You can say daily practice also. So Anusthana Shodhana Param Dvitiyam iti Prayikataya generally Ayam Vibhagaha Grakyaha. This part of, that is namely the third six chapters, third group of six chapters must be taken into account. Grakyaha, to be grasped, Grasped, generally by understanding what is the essence of the first six chapters, and meaning that we are trying to understand what is Tattva, Hita, Purushartha in the first six chapters. In the second six chapters, we understand how the performance of our practice is maintained and then or continued. What is the process of the practice, and then finally the third six chapters will constitute all that has been said just earlier in the previous line. So that will be the meaning of this paragraph 32.
So can we say also that the first three chapters are Tattva, and this Anusthana, can it also be synonymous with Hita?
Yeah, the number 7 to 12.
7 to 12 is Hita. So Tattva, Hita, Purushartha, in case people don't know, Tattva means a category or explanation.
Tattva
of
is the principle.
The principle, right? And then Hita has got to do with the upaya, or the cause of how to reach the goal. No, right? And so Anusthana, and then Vibhaga.
Vibhaga means department. This department, namely the final six chapters, as given in short by the fourth verse.
Right. So again, the
rather Vibhaga, as you, I think I'm sorry. So Vibhaga is what you call separation of the 18 chapters, or division of 18 chapters into each three groups of each six.
Okay. So here in the previous page, we're on page 32 now, but in page 31 last class, we were discussing that the last six chapters are divided into two, and he gave an explanation of chapters 13, 14, and 15. And now on this page, he's explaining about chapters 16, 17, and 18. And explaining
only 16.
Only 16. Only 16. Okay.
That too at the beginning of the 16.
The beginning of the 16.
Yeah.
No, doesn't it mean Shodasha Arambe? Doesn't it mean beginning with 16? So doesn't it mean 16, 17, and 18? Or you're saying it only means 16?
It is not beginning with 16. It is beginning of the 16.
Ah, okay. All right. So in the beginning of 16, I think 16 is termed as in English divine and demoniac natures. It made, yeah. Anyway, so it explains about the difference between Prakriti and Purusha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. You are right.
And the cause of the difference of in qualities, guna.
Yeah, the difference and the cause for calling differently, Saguna Brahmam and Nirguna Brahmam.
I just wanted to ask about the Hayagriva Stotram
Hmm.
of Vedanta Deshika.
Hmm.
Firstly, you said that you chant this for attaining all knowledge and perfection of speech, etc. I just wanted to find out how, as Prapannas, one would do that. Isn't that we're looking for some phalam, if we do like that? Or how because obviously many Sri Vaishnavas who are Prapannas, they will chant this prayer. So how do you do it again? You do it for the phalam and then you offer the phalam to the Lord?
That's why I'm very happy that you attacked me with the word prapanna. Very, I like it. I like the attack. The
Sorry,
vociferous attack on. So prapanna is not bereft of worldly desires, which are what you call genuine, good, and holy. The extreme desire, or rather you can say greed, you can also say greed, lobha, is with regard to Vaikuntha Prapti. When you want to reach the Lord, rather, I will not put it as going to Vaikuntha now. So going to Vaikuntha, what you call, at the end of the human life. As Vedanta Deshika puts it in Nyasa Dashakam, Etad Dehavasane Mam Tatpadam Prapayasvaya. Please reach me into you only at the end of my life. He lived for 101 years. So let us, we are not praying for an immediate solution to reach Vaikuntha. Here, a prapanna has to live a life in this world. As we always say, that he cannot give up action. Sarva dharman parityajya doesn't mean you give up all actions. You give up your duty. So you must do your duty, perform your duty, plus you should not expect any fruits thereof. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. You have got every right to perform action, to do action. At the same time, you cannot give up. Mate sangostu akarmani. Your attachment is not towards the non-performing of the actions. So while we do the action, just now I said in the beginning, we say na mama. We say na mama. By saying namaha, we say na mama. What belongs to you? Your body, your individual soul, your property, house, money, family, anyway, anything else. So whatever belongs to you is that doesn't belong to you as you think.
Mm-hmm.
But we also say we are all thieves, chores. We are all thieves that we have taken the property, or we have usurped the other. We have stolen the property from the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
The individual soul itself is what we call, we have stolen it from the Lord. Just a second. So what is here is, a prapanna is not prohibited from having desires to achieve what we call oratorical skill. Not only that, to gain what we call jnana yoga, in order to gain knowledge of Brahman, you have to study books. In order to study books, you have to go to an acharya. You have to go to a preceptor. And when you go to a preceptor, a prapanna, you may not say, then one need not go to a preceptor because there is a purpose to do it. Gaining knowledge is one of your duties also.
Mhm.
So one of our duties is to gain knowledge. So gaining knowledge involves worldly actions. You have to take a book, buy a book. To buy a book, you need money. To go to a preceptor and you have to pay him fees. So some practical applications are there. So all these are not keeping the prapanna away from the worldly actions. The prapanna also should seek knowledge. The prapanna, by saying, I would rather tell the student, you cannot remain passive without studying for the examination, and then depend on God. God will bless us by making us successful in an examination. You have to write the examination. In order to pass the examination, you have to write the examination. To get high marks or score better ranks than others, then you have to pray. You cannot remain idle, then as a prapanna, you keep quiet, no book is studied, and then go to exam hall. That's not possible. So I used to say, Jnananandamayam Devam, you can say, if possible, all the 33. That doesn't mean you should not study and again, the point is there. A chariot, a car, moves with two wheels. A chariot moves with two wheels. One wheel is Purushakaratvam. The other wheel is blessing of the Lord. So it is said in Sanskrit, Nahi ekena chakrena rathasya gatir na bhavet. Sorry, gatir bhavet. Nahi ekena chakrena. With a single wheel, the chariot will not move. Rathasya gatihi bhavet. Evam, in this way, Purushakaratvam vina daivam na siddhyat. The Lord will not bless. This is in the negative form. We can say positively, Lord will bless us only when we make efforts. So effort making, if you say prapanna need not do, because as you say Satvika Tyaga, he himself does it. Anena Atmana Kartra will be there. We are all instruments in the hands of God, and therefore we have to do. We cannot remain aloof. No, he will do it because he is the doer. I am not the doer. When we do the action, as just now Keshavdas Swami said, ahankara must not be there, mamakara must not be there. These two things. A sense of egoism and a sense of possession must not be there. Otherwise, so when I do some action, I expect some fruits also. Practically, we expect some fruits also. Why do you want to learn Gitartha Sangraha? Why do you want to look at the read the commentary of Swami Vedanta Deshika in the name of Gitartha Sangraha Raksha? So what is the purpose of your study? Why should you study as a prapanna? So prapanna, I'm happy that you asked the question. So prapanna is not weaned away from the actions of the worldly. So you have to have desires. Unless you have desires, you cannot. Now I used to say to the students, young students I meet in the age of 17 and 18. By the age of 19, they go out of my view, because in the third year degree they will go out of. So they will also always say Sanskrit class was interesting because it was a relaxation. Because you don't give a lot of homework, you don't threaten us with internal marks and so on. Why I say this is, again I repeat, the ahankara and mamakara are to be removed from our action. That's all. That doesn't mean you can remain. So if you want food, you have to earn money. And why should you eat something? Why should you take food? Then because your stomach pinches you. If the stomach doesn't pinch, that means you have a, I say to students, you have a problem. You have to go to a doctor. If you are not getting hungry every 3 hours or 4 hours, that means you have a problem, physical problem. Some disease is there. And therefore, so why there is, in order to appease our hunger, we have to take food. In order to take food, we have to get money. And therefore, we earn money. So when we earn money, don't earn money with the unfair means. That's all we say. So it should be a moral method of doing anything, not only earning money and so on. So all these actions, as you said, he is asking for blessing. So asking for blessing is not a sin, rather it is a requirement, the compulsory requirement that you seek. Why? Again, I quote a small expression, Raksha Peksham Apekshate. Only when you seek protection from him, you will be blessed. Then why should you seek protection again? The safety from him. So today the world is full of fear. A lot of fear today, especially. And Lord expects you to ask him for protection. So then again, I will also say personally speaking, just for joke, Lord is also haughty. Lord has got a lot of ahankara and mamakara, and therefore he is asking us to praise him, adore him. I would ask Lord himself, why are you so autocratic? We say in our college, autocratic. You always think of yourself. Then you always say that all the creations should be your slaves. All everything under your control. Why should you always do that? Why not you let us some freedom, some freedom? That freedom is freedom of the choice of good actions and from bad actions. So that is what. So the discrimination power is given to us. That is the only freedom that we have, and that freedom also is to be used properly and not to be abused or misused. So all actions, now as I understand, Govindacharya Swami is saying that no action needs to be performed by a prapanna. No.
Well, at least no effort with respect to attain moksha. But you answer many questions there, like when I asked previously about doing Sandhya Vandanam and doing Vishnu Sahasranama. Well, then, yeah, we are asking for some benefit. And then from what you're saying there, just like how you get, knowledge and speech, etc., from Hayagriva Stotram, it means that also when you do Sandhya, you get some, blessings from that also. And doing Vishnu Sahasranama or Ditya Hridayam or something like that, you also will get some phalam from it, nevertheless. Even though we are offering the phal back to the Lord, the phalam back to the Lord, but still, you are having some desire that the Lord will fulfill it by that prayer, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, so on many different levels.
Again, as you said, Sandhya Vandanam especially, if one doesn't perform, he incurs sins. If it is performed, no benefit accrued, no merit is accrued. Therefore, there is a difference between other actions from Sandhya Vandanam, between other actions and Sandhya Vandanam, the twilight worship. But whereas, say for example, as you said, Aditya Hridayam is recited, Vishnu Sahasranama is recited, one can always submit your desire for fruits to him. That's what we say. Though we expect some benefits, we give a big list of benefits at the end. Falashruti, after Ititam Kirtaniyasya, Keshavasya Mahatmanaha, Namnam Sagasram Divyanam, Asheshena Prakirtitam. Then I don't think that this list is exhaustive personally to many people like us. It also, we have some more demands to be added, specific demands to be added. Practically speaking, our life, human life in this earth should be what you call a life of fulfillment, a life of completeness, what do you call a life of comfort. That comfort will be, it's what we call from the mind, in the mind, comfort in the mind, in the heart. When a poor person, very poor person in economic terms, then how can he think of God and say he is a prapanna? Swami Vedanta Desika led a life of what we call uncha vritti. Uncha vritti. He never collected rice for food. Bought rice for food. He was going on begging. We were also wonderstruck. How can he get rice from the same house, from the same street every day? No, it's not possible. He used to. We understand he used to stand in a what you call a quadrangle. He doesn't demand any alms, ALMS, from the people, but they come and voluntarily give some donations of rice, food items, rice and so on. And then he goes back home, and such a life cannot be led by us. Even you call myself, say, if you call myself sannyasi, call me as sannyasi. That means we have renounced the entire world. I cannot renounce my food. Basically, food. Annam brahmeti vyajanat. Upanishad says the student from Varun, the student of Varuna, first realized that food is the main soul of life. Finally, Anandam Brahmeti Vijanata, the bliss will be God. Now, between this food and bliss, what are we to choose? Then actions must be performed.
So the other thing is that you don't get any benefit for Sandhya Vandanam, but isn't it that one gets Brahma Tejas at least? Isn't it that's required Brahma Tejas, that potency to perform Brahmanical activities? Isn't that the benefit of the Sandhya Vandanam?
Right. No, that's why we say we don't expect any benefit, but the benefit will come to us automatically from the blessings of God.
Right, so then some benefit, that's the thing. For none of these things we expect any benefit, but then the prayer itself asks for some benefits, so benefits will come, even though we're not expecting it. But, ultimately we are expecting it too, unless we're totally of that consciousness. We have totally changed that consciousness that everything we're offering to God like that perfectly. Right. So I guess it takes training. It takes training on understanding.
Yeah. We are still in the training ground. Yeah.
When
I say na mama and then achyuta priyatam, we give a gift to a priest, and in return we seek his blessings through Veda Vakyam. So, meaning we expect again in return something for the actions that we perform. We don't say no. I will give you a gift and you can go.
Isn't it that you're giving the dakshina to get the benefit of the samskaram anyway? So you're giving the gift, the achyuta priyatam, but you're giving that dakshina to pay for the particular work that the priest has done, so that you get the benefit of that activity, isn't it?
Yeah.
And in case
today we are discussing about Tirunarayana Ph.D, who was completely against Sri Ramanujacharya, and later on he became his ardent disciple, most important shishya. And then he wrote 100 verses on Sri Ramanujacharya, today being recited very devotedly, called Ramanuja Nutrandadi. Initially, the incident in the life was Tiruvarangathamadanar wanted to offer something in the Shraddha ceremony, rather the death anniversary. Then what to ask from him, there was a discussion. Ramanujacharya instructed that the key of the temple administration is to be asked as a gift. Otherwise, generally, you all may know that guests that we invite to our home on the death anniversary day will say, we are satisfied with your gift. Vayam triptaha smaha. Vayam, we, triptaha smaha. We are contented. We feel satisfied because you have given enough food, enough dakshina, sambhavana, and so on. Then when Tiruvarangathamadanar asked, they did not say triptaha smaha. Then he was asking, what should I give to make you say triptaha smaha? Then they asked for the key of the administration. Therefore, then he became the disciple of Ramanujan.
Swami, this that story though was Kurt Alwan who was asking.
Yeah, Kuratara.
Yeah, because
Right.
Ramanuja being a sannyasi, he didn't take part in the ceremony,
Right.
but he told his
Right.
disciple Kurt Alwan to go to the
Right.
Shraddha and the annual ceremony and to partake, to be one of the Brahmins taking the food at the annual ceremony, and so Ramanuja told Kurt Alwan to ask for the key.
Yeah.
And so the person who was the administrator of the temple, who was initially against Ramanuja, because Ramanuja wanted to change many things in the temple, and he was
that is again the reason where when Tiruvarangathamadanar held the responsibility, there were a lot of deviations that happened. Therefore, Ramanujacharya wanted to correct that. Set right. That's the purpose.
Yes, Ramanuja, when he went around India, he corrected many temples, many problems in the worship of many temples, and he changed many temples to follow Pancharatra agamas. He was unable to change Puri Jagannath. Puri Jagannath is still following Panchopasana of Adi Shankaracharya. Ramanuja wanted to change that, but was unable to do that. What's interesting to me is that Ramanuja went to Tirupati, and Tirupati is Vaikhanasa Agama, but he didn't change Vaikhanasa Agama to Pancharatra Agama there, even though he was very much involved with the dispute between whether Srinivasa Perumal is Shiva or Perumal or Vishnu. So even though he was very much involved with Tirupati, and even he sent Anand Alwar later on to grow flowers for the worship of Srinivasa Perumal, still he didn't insist on changing the system from Vaikhanasa to Pancharatra Agamas. So what's interesting to me is that there's some temples that are following Vaikhanasa, some following Pancharatra, and the Vaikhanasins are considered a section of Sri Vaishnavas, but they have their own philosophy, Lakshmi Vishishtadvaita, which is a little bit different from Ramanuja's philosophy, and they don't give much importance to Alwars and Divya Prabandha. Yeah, they have their own Guru Parampara, and anyway, it's maybe something that we can discuss some other time. What exactly is the relationship of the Vaikhanasins to the rest of the Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya? But getting back to the original question of Govindacharya, my answer to why what fruit do you want when you are studying, or Gitartha Sangraha? You said what fruit do you think of getting when you're studying Gitartha Sangraha Raksha Vedanta Deshika? I would say Kalakshepam. The literal meaning of Kalakshepam, as we heard from Dr. Alwar, is killing time. So my only purpose for this is killing time. The whole world is being killed by Corona. I don't know how much time I have. So whatever time I have, I want to kill that time in a good way. That's all.
In a good way.
So
add the last word, in a good way.
In a good way, yeah. So I want to kill the time in a good way. I don't want to kill the time being fearful. Like you said, now there's a lot of fear. Everybody has got fear. Instead of having fear, I want to have some killing the time in a good way.
Maybe we can.
Okay.
Swami, and one more question I have. You mentioned about Swami Deshika. He had mantropadesha of two from Garuda and also from Lord Hayagriva. Of course, he must have also had Samashranam first. He had Samashranam first from his Acharya. So he had that mantropadesha. And then the other two mantropadeshas he had was first from Garuda, and then after having mantropadesha from Garuda, he had from Lord Hayagriva. So then you said the first stotra to be recited out of the 29 stotras of Vedanta Deshika is the Hayagriva stotra. So I was wondering, since he first of all got the Upadesha, the mantropadesha from Garuda, and he also wrote, you said Garuda Dandakam, right? Then why?
No, that was the occasion when his enemies sent snake charmer to win over him. And because they were jealous of the title awarded by the divine couple in Srirangam, Sarvatantra Swatantraha. So he is a jack of all trades and master of everything also. He's not master of none. So master of everything. Therefore, the snake charmer was driven to him, rather he was sent to him. And he said, the snake charmer said, Sarvatantra will include controlling of snakes. And therefore, Swami Vedanta Deshika proved to him that he is also good at it. And he prayed to Garuda to take away a special snake called Shankapala, which crossed the 7th circular line around him. There were 7 circular lines drawn by him in order to prevent the snakes. Many snakes could not pass through the lines, whereas the most venomous snake released by the snake charmer crossed even the 7th line, and it came very near Vedanta Deshika, and therefore he prayed to Garuda with the help of Dandaka. Again, the snake charmer was so sad that he lost all his snakes because the Garuda picked up all the snakes away. And therefore, again, Garuda Panchashat, 50 verses on Garuda have been the prayer for again Garuda to put down or drop the snakes off. The snake charmer got back his livelihood and went away. So of course, this is only to show that there was, even in those days, jealousy, especially among the elite, the learned persons. Even today we say, Leela Shuka in his Sri Krishna Karnamritam says, first word, Bodharaha Matsaragrastaha. All teachers are infested with jealousy. They are like they are like the elephants caught by crocodiles called jealousy. Bodharaha, instructors, trainers, teachers, preceptors, professors, all of them are called Matsaragrastaha. they are caught by the crocodile called jealousy. The Matsaryam. So among the 6 enemies in our own self, namely Kamaha, Krodhaha, Madaha, Mohaha, Lobha and Matsaryam. Matsaryam is the only word in neuter gender. All other words are in masculine gender. The Matsaryam meaning, as we understand, as you also said it in the now table that you presented just now, Tamoguna. Tamoguna is jealousy. Bad quality is jealousy. Other worst quality is jealousy. So here the point is, as you said, you go back to the action. I mean, a prapanna is to perform the action, and I think you opened the topic something else which I just now forget.
No, I was saying I just want to kill the time in a good way.
Kill the time. Kill the time in good way. In good way. Instead of engaging yourself in all mundane or worldly matters.
Otherwise, the day is only full of fear.
Fear, yeah.
Because of all the news about the news or no news about the coronavirus, right? So, there are many people who are engaging in a lot of conspiracy theories, and then there is news every day. There is more news, and it becomes overwhelming. You know.
Of course, I'm glad that you are brutally frank while saying Kalakshepa is translated as killing the time. We throw the time away. Kalam Chipati iti. We throw the time away. Meaning, as you said, killing the time. You accept it as the true purpose of studying of Gitartha Sangraha, any other. But you should not put it so bluntly. I feel you must at least say to others, participants, that you are interested in studying here, understanding the Gitartha rather than killing the time. But because other people also will mistake you.
Don't get me wrong. I'm very interested. I think I came to you years ago, and I wanted to study this Raksha, and we were going through it. But in Sri Rangam, the Sanskrit was very difficult for me of the commentary. So I thought perhaps this is a possibility. Did you want to have a look at the explain a little bit about the evolution of matter from Prakriti and to the Tanmatras? I can put it on, or is it too late?
Why don't you send it to me and we will discuss it on Monday?
Okay, very good. Okay, I will send you that PDF. That is something I scanned from a book. Oops, you can't see the book because of the.
The description is very nice. I browsed very quickly when you showed me the slides.
Yeah, this is from Vaishnavism: A Concise Study by M.K. Srinivasan from Madras.
Oh, it is Dr. M.K. Srinivasan. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure he's a doctor. Yes. Anyhow, so because you asked me for some graph, so, and something to do with the Tanmatras, so I remembered in that book that he had made some pictures of it. So anyhow, I will send it to you. I'll send it to you with WhatsApp, and we can discuss it on Monday. So is there anybody else who wants to ask a question or make a comment?
I wanted to ask the other question from yesterday, if possible.
Yes, go ahead.
So with respect to Bhuta Shuddhi that we mentioned yesterday, and the discussion was going on about, we meditated God is actually doing everything through Sattvika Tyagam. So do we meditate that when we're doing Bhuta Shuddhi that we become like Vishnu, or we become like Vishnu as a Vishnu sevak? Or is it that you meditate that the Lord himself is doing the puja?
we become Vishnu.
So you meditate that you become Vishnu.
Yes.
Really? Now that's amazing, because I always thought it was like Vishnu Duta, like one of the Lord's associates. You will meditate like that, but you meditate that it's Lord Vishnu himself who's doing the puja. Very nice. Okay.
Physically too. Not only by your mind you pray, you become Vishnu. And physically also, you are the gross body here on the earth becomes the aprakrita body, filled up with sattva guna.
Yeah. Okay. The other question is, you mentioned that in Namakaranam, that traditionally 3 to 5 names are given. Is that just a tradition, a Sri Vaishnava tradition, or is it a Tamil tradition, or is it a Vedic tradition that 3 to 5 names are given? Because we generally
It is a convention among generally Brahmins.
Right. Okay, so it's
It's
more of a
not
Vedic
restricted
thing.
to Sri Vaishnava tradition.
So it's a Vedic thing.
Yeah.
Because
And there are so many rules on Ramakarana. You cannot do it on your star. For example, a girl child, female child cannot be named Revati, the last star. The name is Revati itself. Anuradha. So Anuradha is another name of a girl. Almost all names in the list of stars, 27 stars, will be. So there are so many restrictions and so many rules governing the Namakarana. I can give you the text.
So you're saying that you cannot give the name for a girl according to the like one of the names of the nakshatras, because I know
Yeah.
there are many girls named Rohini and Revati,
Right.
etc. So
Yeah.
you say this is not
You
good.
are not named like that.
Even I think Balaram's mother was Revati, isn't it?
Yeah. You are right.
Yes.
But her star may not be Revati. In case the star is not Revati, you can name her Revati.
Okay, as long you don't name according to if their Janma Nakshatra is Revati, don't
Right.
name Revati. Okay,
Right.
fine.
Right.
But the 3 to 5 names, we would give a name according to Nakshatra Pada, or just another name. So what are these? What are they based on? No, maybe it's a long lesson, so maybe you may not be able to discuss all of that.
No, generally it doesn't involve any numerology of the akshara syllables in any form. In any form.
Okay. Okay.
And it should be a God's name. Our purpose is to be a God's name. Whenever I call you, I must get some merit. Again, I have, as I say, Prapanna need not get any merit.
Some phalam.
Yeah, phala. And therefore, when I say Govindacharya, or Govinda, that's the word Govinda. Govinda has a lot of meaning. And we may not know all the meanings of Govinda, but the thing is, instead of calling you by some other name, for example, we say tree. Tree is the name of a person. Of course, you say nature, prakriti. In nature, you find creeper, lata. Lata is meaning creeper. A girl's name is Lata. So you can normally it is not so. I mean, unless it is found in some Sahasranama, Lakshmi Sahasranama for girls and Vishnu Sahasranama for boys, and then some other. Of course, it should have some meaning that will end in the God's name.
Good.
Today I came across Sarasi Ruha in the stotra called Goda Prapatti. It is available in prapatti.com. Goda Prapatti. Goda is Andal. Goda is Neela Devi, who wrote 173 Pashurams. Blessed us with 173, especially 30 Tirupavai Pashuram. The Andal is a foster daughter of Vishnu Chitta, the Periyalvar. So in the Goda Prapatti, I don't know the author, I have not seen that. Somebody asked me a doubt, what is Sarasi Ruha Baha? Sarasiruha Baha is the what we call the divine feet of Goda, divine feet of Goda. So it will be Sarasiruha Baha. The word gives you that the foot is bright like a lotus. That's all. It gives the meaning the foot is like the lotus feet. I mean, bright like a lotus. That's all. But it corresponds to a name of the goddess because it is divine feet. We are not referring to our dirty feet because the feet are always dirty. That is why we today Corona says you must wash your legs and hands and sanitizers are there to get into a house or straight away I get into a kitchen when I enter into a house in USA. Straight away, first room is kitchen. Then only you go to the bedroom or the hall. I was very much shocked to know to enter into a house, kitchen will be where you have food items in which you tread your path with your shoes all dirty, the socks all dirty.
Swami, even among Sri Vaishnavas and others, the kitchen also is the place where the Koil Alwar is. The altar is. So some newer houses they have a separate puja room, but a traditional house, the home murtis, the Archa Vigraha for the house will be in the kitchen.
Right.
So
Again, I remind you that if you have observed in the temple, it's called the Madaipalli Nachiyar. The goddess will be there in the kitchen. Again, our Sampradaya, Vaishnava Sampradaya demands that goddess must be first offered food. While you enter into the kitchen of the temple or get out of the kitchen of the temple, on the way there is a goddess.
of course,
Madaipalli Nachiyar is called in Tamil as Madaipalli Nachiyar.
right. Of course, in Sri Ranganath Swami's temple, there's also one Anna Murti. There's an Anna Murti, and there's also which is a male deity of Vishnu who is the personification of prasadam. But there's also this Nachya for the Matapalli. I guess she's Anna Lakshmi, no? Yeah. So my understanding though was not necessarily that Lakshmi has to be given food first, but that she is the master of the kitchen. She is the controlling deity for the Matapalli.
Right.
Yes, they also mentioned.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You were saying something?
No, just inviting your question.
Yesterday also mentioned about, I know obviously Shri and Srimanarayana have over thousands of names, but I can't remember the exact conversation, but you mentioned 16 names of Shri. So, but I thought the list that we traditionally use is 13. I can't remember exactly the conversation that we were having, but I don't know, maybe it might be a mistake or something that you mentioned 16 names of Shri.
No, my recollection was Swami was talking about there are 15 names of Perumal in Achmana, because Achyutaya Namaha, Anantaya Namaha, Govindaya Namaha, then Keshavadi, Dwarasanama. There are 12 coming after that, so that makes 15. Then when with Udva Pundra or Tilaka, there's 12, but also the 13th on the top of the head.
Yes, he's showing us.
Paravasudeva. And also there are corresponding names of Tyre of Lakshmi to go with those 13. So, but
Sarvabhishta Phalapradaye Namaha and Drishtadrishta Phalapradaye Namaha. Again, to tell Swami, Prapanna is expecting something unexpected.
Drista.
Oh, that's good.
We don't know how to ask. I don't know what to ask Lord. Therefore, let him give whatever he wants, extra benefits, fringe benefits, added benefits. Yes, we call I think in job we have some words which give special benefit, bonus, increment,
like extra credit in the test.
so many.
So the other question is back to this thing about moksha and the different types of moksha. So coming from a Gauriya background, we have the Sayujyam, the Salokyam, Samipyam, Sarshti, and Sarupya. And I think that in the Gauriya tradition, Sayujyam by Lord Chaitanya, he totally rejects that because is considered to be merging with God. And it seems that even when we check the translation of Sayujyam, it means merging, to become one with Him. So firstly, if you're classing Kaivalyam as a totally different form of moksham from Sayujyam, how it is that this Sayujyam can actually mean just becoming coming very, very close to God? If it means actually becoming one with God, how is it possible? Isn't it that we are already one with God in one sense because we're all part of His body, His divine body, according to Vishishta Advaita Vad? So how do we reconcile that?
Keshavdas Swami said it in clear terms last time. He said when we get closer to God, and of course we don't become one with God. The Sayujyam is 99% getting closer, and 1% we are different from Him because there are 9 types of relationship with Him.
Okay,
He is the master, we are the servant.
And Kaivalyam is totally considered different from Sayujyam. And it says that from Kaivalyam, those who follow Deshika Sampradaya believe that Kaivalyam you can either move forward or come back. And I think that Tinachari Sampradaya is that you will only come back. And I think the Gauriyas, their understanding of that is because the soul is, Satchit Ananda. So therefore, it has to be active. So if you're in this state of inactivity, you will fall back because the soul, it's just not its nature. So is it that you also agree with that from Deshika Sampradaya understanding? But the thing is, you're saying that you can move forward, from that position. But would you consider that to be the same thing, that the soul has to be active? That's why it will fall down from that position of moksha?
There is no inactivity as some other concepts say. There is no inactivity. No idleness of the individual soul in the Kaivalya.
Okay, so therefore it's a false type of moksham in one sense, in the sense that it's not really the nature of the soul to just stay like independent and isolated. Therefore, it must be that it doesn't last for very long anyway.
Right, that's right. It's only first step towards moksha.
Okay, but how would you move forward from that position? Obviously, I guess we have to go to that position to move forward anyway.
The fructification is by the blessing of God.
Right. Perfect.
You can't go forward anywhere without the Bhagavad Kripa.
Right.
Perfect. And the other thing is, I'm going to be careful with the word prapanna, not attacking you with the word, but isn't it that a prapanna, you get moksha, whatever moksha God gives you, that's it. It's these different types of moksha. It seems that those who are performing bhakti yoga, they will desire a particular type of moksha, and then they'll be granted that type of moksha. But I think that a prapanna, he's totally surrendered to the Lord, so whatever moksha God gives him, he just accepts, isn't it?
Yeah.
So these different types of mokshas are really linked to bhakti yoga, right?
No, yeah. So he accepts whatever Lord gives.
Exactly. So for prapanna, whatever moksha God gives, he accepts. But okay, then there's that, and okay. And then the last question I was going to ask is that it seems also from the passage that bhakti yoga, which has to also contain karma and jnana, for the vision of the Lord. But isn't it that they're trying to get a vision of the Lord by practicing bhakti yoga? But a prapanna, say someone who may not have that jnana and karma, for instance. Of course, as you're saying, a prapanna has to still act, etc. But even if a prapanna, he has surrendered to God and he may not be doing karma, he may not be doing jnana properly, isn't it that still, he will ultimately get a vision of the Lord just by that anyway? It's not like, I kind of like I put in the question wrongly here. Maybe I'll just that question.
Right. When you say a person is illiterate, he cannot study books, then we cannot practice jnana yoga. And he doesn't know his duties also, daily duties also, because certain varnas do not have anything else to do except doing service to the other human beings, other members of the society. Kainkarya, say for example, to the temple or to the Bhagavatas. The service to the Bhagavatas itself is the best Kainkaryam, service. And by service, that is Seva Yoga. You can name it differently as Seva Yoga. And by this Seva Yoga, you show your bhakti. And therefore, Bhakti Yoga can also achieve moksha. That itself becomes Bhagavata Apachara when you are all ready.
No. I always start about 5 minutes.
Right.
Just to make sure that I have all the settings correct. So whenever you want to start, we can start. Otherwise, if you want to wait a little bit,
Waiting for Govindacharya.
Yeah, I'll text him and see if he's coming.
And of course, Malini also. I would like to ask you why Mumukshupadi gives the two kinds of acharyas, Upakaraka Acharya and...
No, I don't think Mumukshupadi. I don't think this is in a Mumukshupadi. He may be, Dr. Alwar may be getting it from some other place.
Oh.
But I mean, is it not common to understand that there is a, here he is, here's Govindacharya now. Isn't it not common to understand that there is one Acharya who gives mantra upadesh and another Acharya who may give other instructions and shiksha? Isn't this...
did you ask him why these two?
Well, I think he mentioned in his class, that sometimes the mantra guru the diksha guru or mantra guru may be far away, or he may not have the time to teach. I mean, he should know and he should teach. The best thing is if the same person that gives Samashrinam also gives teaching. But can you say that you studied everything from the person who gave Samashrinam to you? I don't think so. I think after Samashrinam, you're learning from many people.
Bahubhya shrotavyam, bahudha shrotavyam. It's a scriptural sentence.
Bahuda srotavyam.
Yeah. You listen from many people. Bahubhya. Then bahudha. From the same acharya, you can receive it differently.
Yes. Well, where is that stated?
Vedavakyam. I don't know where it occurs.
Okay. Okay. So, do you want to wait for anyone else, or do you want to start? I think we can start, no?
Namaskaram.
Swagatam.
Namo Namaha.
Namo Namaha. I'm an earlier bird today, but I was late for the past few days. So I said to Keshavdas Swami, it's Bhagavata Apachara.
Namaskaram, Mama.
Namaskara. ஒரு வேடிக்கை என்னன்னா இந்த நமஸ்காரம் சொல்லியே பழக்கம் ஆயிடுச்சு. நமஸ்காரஹா சொல்லணும்.
Namaskara. Oh, okay, very good. Yeah.
I will rather say there is no karam or sweet.
I agree. Namaskara. Very good.
Namaskaraha will be Sanskrit and Namaskaram will be Tamil, no?
Tamil. And again,
Namaskara.
all Sri Vaishnavas would generally say Namo Namaha.
Oh, okay. Namo Namaha. Very good.
Really?
For example, in Gadyatrayam of Sri Ramanujacharya, as well as Vedanta Desika's works like Sri Garuda Dandakam, Namaste Punaste Namaha. Again,
Namo Namaha.
So instead of they don't say Namaskaram, Sri Vaishnava say Namo Namaha.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So
That's
now I know.
One of my colleagues from the Christian institution, on seeing me, he will say Namo Narayanaya.
Is he a Smarta?
No, he's a Christian,
Okay.
Catholic,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
he knows Sanskrit. And therefore.
Because Smarta sannyasis, they greet each other like that, right? They say Namo Narayana, Narayanaya or something like that. Isn't it that they're saying that they are Narayana and each other is Narayana?
But
never did a Christian father greet me like that.
But he can say Namo Tirunarayana.
Yeah.
Or if to make it proper Sanskrit, Om Namo Shri Narayana.
I guess the Namo Namaha has great meaning in the sense of just like Idam Namama. And Namaha comes from that. So meaning that I am yours, basically. Namo Namaha.
Right.
I'm yours, I'm your servant, isn't it?
Mama, yes.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I think we were talking about Ahankara, and therefore that includes Mamakara also.
Yes.
And again, we don't stop with that. We say Achyutaha Priyatam. For any function, when we finish, you give some sambhavana or a gift and say, even to the gods, when we offer oblations into the fire, we say, Indraya Swaha, Idan Namama. Indraya Idan Namama. Again, Achyuta Priyatam.
Achyuta Priyatam.
Oh. Right. Again, so we have so much attachment towards the worldly things that we say just lip service. We do the lip service.
Right. So when you give some bhavana, you say Achyuta Priyatam, you're saying.
Yeah.
So meaning that may what Lord Achyuta be pleased?
No, the Lord in him, the Lord in the priest.
Mm-hmm.
Our aim, final goal is only in the Lord. As we say, we see God in everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So this is this is
No.
specifically Sri Vaishnava culture to
Yeah.
give some bhavana like that and say Achyuta Priyatam.
Right.
Acha.
so you ask
They
me.
don't say, an Advaitin may not say Paramashivaha Priyatam. And so.
कवितार्किकसिंहाय कल्याणगुणशालिने श्रीमते वेङ्कटेशाय वेदान्तगुरवे नमः।